This is INCRadio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Guten Morgen, guten Tag und guten Abend an alle unsere Zuschauer und Zuhörer all the way from Munich, Germany, and welcome to Central Europe Connections, where we will guide you through various sites from castles to cities and many delicious culture bites all around Central Europe. My name is Alessandra and I'm so happy to be your host for today. Now, quick time check. It is now 7:01 p.m. Central European Standard Time here in Germany and currently 2 a.m. in the Philippine Standard Time. With this, we greet the early birds tuning in to our broadcast right now. And I can already see so many viewers in our live chat. Shout out and hello po to Luvi Minhake, to Sister Celine Kaalim, to Eva Marie Krause, to Sister Jen Mangiat. Hello po to Ka Stefan Schielmann. Hello po to Kenjin Libunao. Oh, and so many more. Hello po to everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Now, before we continue, we also want to give a short recap of the weather in our district. Now, in Berlin, we had daytime heights mostly well below freezing. Temperature often around -7 degrees to -3 degrees, with nights dipping even further. And in Amsterdam, it stays chilly but milder than Berlin, mostly above freezing during the day, so in between 3 to -9 degrees. And in Zurich, it also stays cold but not extreme, with daytime highs mostly between 3 to 6 degrees and nights near or below 0 degrees. And with that, of course, we just want to quickly remind everyone on how to tune in to our Central Europe connections so that none of us shall forget. Just simply go to YouTube and type in INCRadio DZEM 954 and click live now. Now, without further ado, of course, I am not alone for tonight. I want to introduce to you our panelists. Good evening. Hello to Nico.
Guten Abend an alle. Ik ben Nico aus der Gemeinde München. Danke, dass ich hier vorbeikommen durfte.
Hello po. Good evening. How about our other brother, Felix?
Hi everyone, good evening. I'm Felix from Munich. Fortunately, not much Deutsch.
Don't worry, because later on we will have our German is fun, and I will put you all to the test. But before we do that, let's now jump into our icebreaker game. And for today, we will play True or False, Garmisch-Partenkirchen edition. Of course, we also want to hear and see the thoughts of our dear viewers and listeners. So type in your answer in the live chat and join us in our fun icebreaker game. Without further ado, Kuya Tech, first slide, please. Question number 1. Garmisch-Partenkirchen is in the Netherlands. Is this true or false? Okay, I can already see Felix smiling. What's your answer?
It's false.
Do you agree with that, Nico?
Yes, it's definitely false, guys.
It's false. So let's see if it's false. Kuyatek. It is false because it's in southern Germany and Bavaria near the Austrian border. Next question. Garmisch and Partenkirchen were once two separate towns. Ooh, tricky question. How about Nico? Is it true or false?
I'm not sure. I think it's false.
How what's your guess, Felix?
I think it's true.
It's true. Okay, I can see someone commenting it's wrong, but we shall see. What's the answer, Kuyatek? It's true. They were separate until they were merged for the 1936 Winter Olympics. Oh, very interesting. Question number 3, please, Kuyatek. The town lies at the foot of Germany's highest mountain, the Zugspitze. Okay, I can already see Nico and Felix agreeing. How about the comments? They also agree. I can see here Rochelle Danganan. She says yes. Is this true, Kuyatek? It's true. Zugspitze reaches 2,962 meters above sea level, making it the highest mountain in Germany. Okay, next question, Kuyatek. The Partnach Gorge, Partnachklamm, is a popular natural attraction nearby. Is this true or false? Felix is already smiling.
Yes, it's true.
Okay, is it true or false, Nico?
It's definitely true.
Definitely true. Is it definitely true, Kuyatek? Yes, it's definitely true. Visitors walk through a deep, dramatic gorge carved by the river. Okay, question number 5. Garmisch-Partenkirchen is only known for winter sports. Is it, Nico?
It's false.
It's false. What's your guess, Felix?
I think it's false also.
It's also false. Okay, I have a few comments here from Prince Lausa. He says it's true. We have another comment from Rochelle Danganan. She also says it's true. Okay, we have split opinions. Tell us the answer, Kuyatek. It's false. It's famous, or Garmisch-Partenkirchen is famous for winter skiing, but also nice summer hiking. Oh, very nice. Now, thank you. We want to thank everyone for joining us in our Icebreaker game. And with this game, we already had a glimpse of our topic for tonight, of a lot of nature as we explore Garmisch-Partenkirchen, and we prepared a video for this topic. So with this being said, let's watch this video.
Let's visit Garmisch-Partenkirchen together, which is located in Bavaria, Germany. Garmisch-Partenkirchen is a town in the Bavarian Alps in southern Germany. It is a popular destination for tourists, known for its picturesque alpine scenery, various winter and outdoor summer activities. The scenery in Garmisch-Partenkirchen is absolutely stunning. The town is surrounded by the peaks of the Bavarian Alps, with Germany's highest mountain called Zugspitze. The landscape is characterized by lush green valleys, crystal clear alpine lakes, and dense forests. One of the most famous waterfalls in Garmisch-Partenkirchen is the Partnachklamm. This natural wonder is carved by the Partnach River with towering walk walls and crystal clear turquoise waters rushing through the narrow passage. Visitors can walk through the gorge on wooden walkways and bridges, allowing for stunning views of the cascading waterfalls and the rock formations. The Patnach Gorge is a popular tourist attraction and is easily accessible from the town center of Garmisch-Partenkirchen. Hiking in Garmisch-Partenkirchen is a popular activity due to the town's stunning alpine landscape and numerous hiking trails catering to different skill levels. Whether you're looking for a leisurely stroll or seeking a challenging trek, Garmisch-Partenkirchen has something for everyone.
Okay. Let's ask Nico. What was your impression on this video?
Oh yeah, the video was very nice. So my impression is, yeah, it's Garmisch-Partenkirchen should be added to everyone's bucket list. The place is attractive all the year round. Doesn't matter if it's winter, doesn't matter if it's autumn, doesn't matter if it's summer, or doesn't matter if it's any time of the year. It's really attractive to see.
And since it's ideal for any type of season, may it be warm or cold, what activities are popular during each season? For example, now that the spring season is nearing.
Maybe I can say maybe it's like having a walk through the woods, and then maybe if someone's planning to go there, it really helps you, like I can say it really helps you reconnect with nature, because it's totally different from the city, and you don't hear any cars, you don't hear any noise, you just hear birds chirping, you just hear the calm breeze of the wind, and it's just really like, it's also good for the mental health, because like you're reconnecting with nature. It's a good activity for the mental health.
Yes, that's very great idea. Now, Felix, since we all now know that Garmisch-Partenkirchen is a beautiful place to go hiking or for many other various activities, what makes this place ideal for walking or hiking?
First, when you arrive in the train station of Garmisch-Partenkirchen, first you will definitely see the scenic view of the Bavarian Alps. And then when you get lucky and miss the bus going to somewhere, you can go walking through the town and see some old buildings, old stores. There's also, you can see the different varieties, because there's some really local stores and you can see some luxury stores. And just outside the town, maybe 15 or 20 minutes walk, you will be in the farm area where you can see some small huts, and I think it's where they store some hay or maybe shed for small animals, or maybe also some big animals.
Have you been to Garmisch-Partenkirchen before, Felix?
Yes, so I managed to go there twice. Both are during winter. First, we went to Zugspitze, the highest mountain in Germany, and I happened also to see Lake Icebreaker. And the second time we went walking and going directly to Patnakam, the one that we just saw in the video, and it was really nice. I recommend that everyone watching now to go there. And if you get lucky, you can see it frozen during the winter. Unfortunately, when we went there, it was still not that cold, so you can also see the strong flow of the river. It was really nice.
Oh, that's so nice. And you've said that you've already went to Zugspitze, so it's in a cold season. How about you, Nico? Have you been to Zugspitze before?
Yes, I was already there twice. I think 2024 and the early 2025. And all I can say that Garmisch-Partenkirchen is, yeah, it's a good combination of nature and culture. Not only you only see nature, but you also see the alpine houses with drawings, and there's also cafes. Like the city is explorable. So with nature and culture, it adds variety to someone's adventure.
Ooh. So tell us about your personal experience when you went to the Zugspitze.
You like it's another, for me it was on top of the Zugspitze. It's like another world. Like it's not unusual for someone to be on top of Germany's high peak. Like you also see the good landscape with, of course, there's a lot of snow, and it's a perfect spot for skiing and snowboarding, and also sledging. I was with Felix. I think I was with Felix on last 2024. We, with some other colleagues, we were on top, and then we did some sledging, but it was very unforgettable because I did the sledge and I took matter into my own hands and went to this very high steep, and then I didn't know that the sledging could be very fast. So yeah, I did it. So went so fast, and then I didn't manage the brake. I didn't brake so well, so that's why I felt on the side of the slope, and then landed on a spot where there's many snow, and the hard part was going back because there's no surface to step on. So like I was so very exhausted that time. So it was unforgettable though.
Oh no! But thankfully you didn't slide with the sled all the way down to Lake Icebreaker. How about you? Okay, so we already talked about the Zugspitze. And since both of you, Felix and Nico, went in the winter time or in the colder season, I actually went there during the summer. And in the summer, I have to say it is still very cold. I mean, given it is a mountain, but once you go down, it's very hot. So we have the lake there, which is also ice cold, which makes it really nice to get in the water in a hot summer day. But of course, the Zugspitze and Lake Eibsee is not the only thing that you can see in Garmisch-Partenkirchen. And I want to ask Felix, what other sites or routes do you recommend for people to visit?
So walking on the town is actually nice. As you said, during summer you can hike on the Lake Icebreaker, or you can also take the train. And when you walk through the town, and then the way from the town going to Parknakam, you can also see this beautiful building. You could say it's building. I think it was used during the Olympic Games. It is where you do the ski jump, and it was really nice to see it in person because you can only see it in TV, or I saw it in social medias, but not in person. So it was my first time. And during every 1st of January, they have this show that they do some ski jump there. You can go there on January 1st. You can watch them do the ski jump, but do not try anything that Nico did. Please don't try it at home. And I was also there when it happened. I saw Nico, but I really tried to save Nico. But when I tried, my first step was, the snow was almost knee deep already, and I cannot imagine how high the snow on Nico's side.
I think it was also an unforgettable moment for Felix that you fell into that you slid a little bit too far away, Nico. But besides that, Felix, you mentioned that we can, or people who visit Patnachklam can also do the ski jump. Have you tried ski jumping before or skiing?
After I saw Nico did with that with the sledge, I don't think I have the strength or courage to do anything about snow. Maybe
It's not
sliding
recommended.
with the. But I would love to try. But I would let Nico do it first, maybe, so that I can see the risk if something happened again. Maybe. Fortunately, it was not me again.
Yeah, there would be a lot of bumps and falls. I'm expecting those to happen.
So we have Nico as our risk taker. um, um, so Nico, would you try ski jumping or skiing?
No, I'll just stick with the sledge because I find it safe, even though
I don't think it's safe with you.
even though I'm gonna stick with sledging. With snowboarding, ski, no thanks.
Yes, so sledding is a very family-friendly activity that everyone can do and is safe enough for all of us. Now, since we talked about the winter season and that we can do so many things during cold season, and what is there to do in the summer season or in the spring season, Nico?
In the spring, I think it's recommended to drop by IBC, because when it's spring, like spring or summer, the waters are so like crystal clear, very 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 clear blue something, and it's very ideal for family trips. Then yeah, also like maybe I think one is also allowed to take a dip or have a swim, and then maybe walking, because I find walking in nature so very pleasant to one's mental health. And it really the thing is it the thing is it really connects us with nature. And I've noticed that when one is walking through nature, like the time slows down. It's like you as I've said, you hear birds instead of ringtones. You don't hear any cars. You just hear the wind. You just hear leaves falling, and that's it. That's why it's also very nice. It's also nice to step away from the city scene and have a change of have a change of have a change of scenery actually.
Yes, that is very right. And I have a comment here from Marie Equisa. Spending time in nature reduces stress, improves mental health, and boosts creativity by offering a multi-sensory break from daily life. Hashtag Hamburg. And I cannot agree with that more, because spending time in nature helps us to slow down and take a break from all the hustle and bustle of our daily lives. Now, Felix, how about you? How does walking help you connect with maybe history and nature?
So walking actually gives you a lot of different experience, especially when you walk with the very nice scenery behind you or in front of you. I mean, it not just relaxes your physical body, it also relaxes your mental state. For me, walking, or maybe hiking is really stress reliever for me. Some would say that hiking will make you tired or exhausted. You're just putting yourself to more exertion. But once you reach the peak or once you're there, the view will be totally worth it, I think. And for example, like Nico said, and IBC, you can hike from there during spring or summer and then maybe do some paddle boarding or swimming. It would be nice. And since you're in the middle of forest, I'm sure that the sound will be different from the city. And that, first of all, the sound from the city is different in the nature, and it has something to do with your calmness in your mind, and it gives you more strength to continue on life and be ready again to work or to study and go back to your life, I think.
Yes, that is very right. And there's so many activities that you can do in all seasons. You mentioned that we can go swimming or paddle boarding in the summer, or you can just simply go on a hike during other colder seasons in the mountains. Or I have here a comment from Jonna Rubik. She says, we enjoyed bike riding at the base of the mountains during fall season. So gorgeous. Hashtag Heidelberg. That is also another activity that everyone can do. Well, everyone who knows how to ride a bike. And of course, if you have a simple bike, you can ride your bike around the base, as Sujana Rubik mentioned. Or if you have more experience with a mountain bike, you can also take your bike to the top of the mountain with this gondola. You can take your bike up there and then ride your bike down, because there's a path for hiking, biking, and any kinds of activities that you want to do on the mountain, to also enjoy not only the scenery but also the fresh air, the calmness, as Felix and Nico mentioned. Now, since we have already talked about many different activities that we can do in Garmisch-Partenkirchen, what can you tell us a bit more about the Zugspitze? Let's start with the Zugspitze, the highest peak in Germany, and what visitors can expect there. Nico.
Okay, so I would recommend going to Zugspitze during winter time because it's very magical, and of course there's a lot of snow. And then, like as I've said before, when you're on top, it's like it's a totally, you feel it as like you feel it like a very different place. The atmosphere, like you see other surrounding mountains, and on top you can see Zugspitze from the German side, and you can also experience Zugspitze on the Austrian side. And on top there are restaurants which it makes more memorable, and you can really see the tip. You can really see the tip of the mountain, and you can also, there's an observation platform, and you can actually see people climbing on the tip of the Zugspitze. And there's also a telescope for one to see different surrounding mountains, as I've said, and it's definitely a thing that's gonna be added to the bucket list.
Okay, so I hope that all of our viewers add Zugspitze to their bucket list, because I can already see so many comments saying that the place is very beautiful and that they want to visit the Zugspitze and Lake Icebreaker. Now, since we just talked about Lake Icebreaker, I have here a comment from Jonna Rubik. She says, Patnach Gorge in Garmisch is a good walking hiking activity. The water is so clear and turquoise, perfect activity for summer and fall. Hashtag Heidelberg. And now I want to ask Felix, can you tell us more about the Patna Gorge and what visitors can expect there?
So if you want to go to Parkmat Gorge, I recommend walking, obviously, because first it's good for the health, and if you get lucky, you can also see some animals like alpaca. When we went there, it was really nice. It was my not actually my first time seeing an alpaca in person, but it was really nice experience. And walking there together with your buddies or friends, it gives you the experience because the journey going there also serves as good memory. And when you already in there, it it's like a different world. It's like it's like you're not in Germany or whatever, because when you go there, you can already hear the flow of the river. And once you walk through the sides of the cave or beside the river, you can feel the coolness, and many people are trying to take a picture or just enjoying the view. They don't even hold their phones because the view is really nice. And when you go on the very top of it, it's like a different scenery that it's like you cannot see it anywhere normally. And as I said, if during winter, sometimes you can also see it frozen. And frozen river, imagine when you go there during summer, the flow was very strong, and then when during winter it will be frozen. It's a really nice experience. Everyone should go there.
You even saw a fox, Felix, right?
Yeah, one when we went there, there was a baby fox. It was just sitting beside the entrance. It's like it lets you take a picture of him. It, everyone was stopping by and just take a picture, and it was like sitting, and then like he's a model, and he's know everyone is attracted to him.
Fun fact, foxes get used to humans. That's why when they know that humans are around and they know that they're not in danger, they don't see us as a threat. That's why they sit down and are calm, especially when they're in a place that are highly visited by people. That's why we saw that fox and he was just sitting still. But that's beside the point. I want to read out a few comments. I have here from Sister Cristel Parera. You get to be in 3 countries up at Zugspitze. So cool. Watching from #Munich. I think Nico and Felix already mentioned that when you're up at the Zugspitze, you can see Austria. What are the other 2 countries? Do you know, Nico?
I'm not quite sure. I just know Germany, Austria, and I don't know. I'm wondering what's the other one. I'm not sure.
I think it's Italy, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so for all our viewers who want to hit one bird with 3 birds with 1 stone, go visit Zugspitze so you can see Germany, Austria, and Italy all at once. And there's another comment from Ponciano Lakson. Agree, po brother. Being close to nature and green spaces can be true relaxing. #Zurich. And another comment from Sister Jilka Alim. Mal wieder mit der Natur reconnecten nach viel Social Media. #Hamburg. Just for those who don't understand German, she commented that to once in a while reconnect with nature after all our social media scroll. That's why Garmisch-Partenkirchen is such a nice place to visit, because you can not only walk, you can not only hike, you can do various kinds of activities there. And even a comment from Patrick Ambolina, walking with lederhose. So if you're not cold, if you have a lederhose at home, you can wear your lederhose for hiking. And another comment from Lovely Kabuhat, nice place, happy viewing po mga kapatid. Hashtag Munich, Augsburg, Rosenheim, Nürnberg, Hohenfels, Bayern. And another comment from Henry, I want to visit Garmisch again. Hashtag Heidelberg, hashtag Kaiserslautern. And he also commented, help me pronounce Garmisch-Partenkirchen. Okay, so it's 2 words, Garmisch-Partenkirchen, because the AR is pronounced as A. So it's Partenkirchen. Garmisch-Partenkirchen. And another comment from Luby Minhake, everyone I know who has been there says it's incredibly beautiful. Hashtag Hamburg. And another comment from Emma Con, a must-see place, would love to go there. And okay, this one is a comment from Prince Lauza. He's asking, how much is a ticket flight for hashtag Hamburg? Would you recommend flying, Nico, or would you recommend taking other means of transportation?
But flying, I think, flying has to, I think someone has to pass by first Munich actually. So yeah, flying would be the best option. But if someone's gonna take the train, so yeah, it would take forever from Hamburg to Munich, and then it's gonna take forever. Yeah.
I think after the 10-hour or 12 hours ride in the train from Hamburg, you don't have the energy to hike or see the view. So maybe, yeah, flying would be the best.
Yeah, man ist schon fix und fertig.
Yes. So if you do live a bit further away from Bavaria, you can take the plane to Munich, or you can take the bus or the train if you have a lot of time on your hands. And from Munich Central Station, you can just take one train going to Garmisch-Partenkirchen, and then you can also enjoy the scenery on the way and the landscapes that you will pass by. And I have so many more comments from all our viewers. I want to read out a comment from Sister Cristel Parera. She's greeting, gagaling mag-English ng mga brothers. Go Nico and Felix. Greetings from hashtag Munich. And another comment from Brother Jeff, mga American po ba sila? Ang gagaling po na mag-English. So you're very great at English, but we also, and there's another comment from Sister Nanette Catalan. She says, die Ticket with Verspätung. Hashtag Wiesbaden, the Frankfurt cluster. Another comment from Joshua Rubik. I love Garmisch. It is my favorite getaway. Hashtag Kaiserslautern, Schwäbisch Hall, Stuttgart, and Heidelberg. And before we continue with our next segment, last comment is from Jonah Rubik, a great place to relax and unwind. Hey, now, since we all know that Central Europe Connection is not complete without learning new German words and phrases in German, we shall now learn new words and phrases in our Deutsch macht Spaß. So without further ado, let's enjoy learning. Viel Spaß!
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Hello everyone. Hallo zusammen. Welcome to German is fun. Willkommen zu Deutsch macht Spaß. I'm Malou Francisco, bringing you another fun session of learning basic German. Our topic for today is history. We'll be learning some German words and expressions related to a piece of history connecting Germany and the Philippines. All you have to do is have fun, listen to the words and expressions we are sharing with you. Listen and repeat after me.
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Here is a picture of the place called Wilhelmsfeld. It is found in the southern part of Germany, in the federal state of Baden-Württemberg. In the late 1800s, the national hero of the Philippines, Dr. Jose Rizal, spent his spring holidays with a German family. Here you will find a park called Jose Rizal Park. It is a monument to Dr. Jose Rizal. Monument in German, Denkmal. Denkmal. Das Denkmal. Plural, die Denkmäler or die Denkmale. Monument, das Denkmal. Here in the park, you will find the statue of Dr. Jose Rizal. Statue in German, Statue. Take note, the stress is on the first syllable, Statue. Die Statue, plural, die Statuen. Das ist die Statue von Dr. Jose Rizal. The marker says, Dr. Jose P. Rizal, 1861 to 1896. Nationalheld der Philippinen, lebte in Wilhelmsfeld 1886. Auf Englisch, National Hero of the Philippines, lived in Wilhelmsfeld in 1886. Nationalheld der Philippinen, National Hero of the Philippines. Hero in German, Held. Held. Take note, the D at the end of the word is pronounced as T. The adjective national in German, National. National. National hero, National plus Held. Now you have Nationalheld. Nationalheld. Nationalheld der Philippinen. Also, a street has been named after Dr. Jose Rizal. Street in German, Straße. Straße. Remember? That letter which looks like a B, it's not a B. You don't say Strabe, but rather it represents two S's. Two S's. And the vowel before that is pronounced long. So, Straße. Plural, die Straßen. So there you are. You have Jose Rizal Straße. Here is a historical marker or memorial plaque, auf Deutsch, die Gedenktafel. Die Gedenktafel, and plural, die Gedenktafeln. The marker tells us that Dr. Jose Rizal, who lived from 1861 to 1896, the national hero of the Philippines, composed the last part of his novel Noli Me Tangere in this house. At the time, the year was 1886, he was spending his spring holiday with the Ulmer family, with Pastor Ulmer and his family.
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Well, that's all for today on German is Fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Thank you for joining me. Danke fürs Zuschauen und danke, dass ihr dabei wart. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Here is Malou Francisco saying, vielen Dank. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Vielen Dank, Miss Malou, for teaching us new words and phrases in German oder auf Deutsch. We all love German is fun. And to our dear viewers and listeners, if you are interested in learning more German vocabulary, you can search on YouTube INCRadio DZEM German is Fun, and there you can rewatch all the German is Fun episodes. Now going back, since Nico and Felix already are very great English speakers, let's test them in their German speaking skills. What did you learn in our German is Fun today? Let's start with Nico.
Die Lektion geht Dr. Seresal.
Oh, very good. That's already our whole sentence. Can Felix top that?
I understand Dr. Rosario, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, national here was national health. Am I right? Yeah, national head, and he has a statuette. Is that right?
Yes, wow. Galing na yan. So, A1 German. Okay, very good. Now, since we still have a lot of time on our hands, let's go back to our topic, which is Garmisch-Partenkirchen. And I have a comment to read out from Marlon Santos. Walking with nature refreshes you in a way that you are humbled by how amazing God's works are. Hashtag Heidelberg. And another comment from Melissa David. Oh, I love the Bayerisch accent. Oh, it's so hard to understand, but it sounds so lovely. Maybe one of you two, since you already proved your German language, maybe you can also do the Bavarian accent. Maybe Kuya Nico could try. How do we Bavarians say hello?
Man sagt Servus oder Grüß Gott.
Do you have any Bavarian accent knowledge, Felix?
I only say servus and hallo and ciao ciao.
Okay. Yeah, we all speak German here. Not it's a very it's a very lovely comment to say that the Bavarian sounds lovely. I think that's the first time that I ever heard that. But the Bavarian accent is it is true that it's very hard to understand. And I have another comment from Warlito Natividad. Only Garmisch-Partenkirchen is 1,000 kilometers away from Bremen, hashtag Hamburg. It's not that far. And another comment from Mario Calvello. Let's go and visit Garmisch-Partenkirchen, hashtag Berlin. And another comment from Emma Kohn, a must-see place, would love to go there. And another comment from Cheryl Kahl, beautiful Bavaria. And a comment from Kamike, shout out to all brethren in Bayern cluster. Okay, shout out to all of us po. And with this being said, I think it's the time most of us have been waiting for we still have to find out which clusters were the most active in the YouTube live chat last week. Let us find out who are the top 3 clusters, Kuya Tech.
Third place, Heidelberg cluster. Second place, Berlin cluster. First place, Hamburg cluster.
Congratulations! And we also want to give a shout out to the most active commenters from last week's episode. On the third place is Brother Mario Calvello. Second place, Hanya Santos. And first place goes to Romy Bautista. Congratulations to all of our active viewers and listeners. Continue sharing your comments in the YouTube live chat with the hashtag of your cluster so that you can also have the chance to win this week's cluster challenge. And I also am looking at the time and I think it's shout out time. So let's start with Felix. Who do you want to shout out?
First, I want to shout out my wife, who's very supportive of me. And now she's currently cooking a very delicious food. I'm sure of that. And I also like to shout out all the viewers from Munich to Martinez and Pereira family, of course, and Virai family, Onyate family, or maybe Destin family. I'm not sure.
Shout out to all of you. How about you, Nico? Who do you want to shout out?
I love to give a big shout out to the Munich family, to Martinez family, Pereira family, of course to Alberta family, and to all the guys who's supporting the INCRadio. It's been really fun. And yeah, thank you for the support, guys.
Thank you so much to the both of you. I want to give you, Nico, and Felix a big shout out. Thank you so much for joining us in our broadcast tonight. And of course, we also want to shout out all our viewers in the live chat. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Central Europe connections and to all our listeners as well. And before we end, we also want to give you a teaser to our next broadcast. So listen carefully. I begin in alpine stone and end in the sea. Flow past castles, cities, and history. Through many lands, my waters wind. What famous river is this you find? If you know the answer, comment in the live chat. And with this being said, bleiben wir verbunden und inspiriert. Wir sehen uns nächste Woche zur gleichen Zeit am gleichen Ort. Let's stay connected and inspired. See you next week, same time, same place.
Thank you.